Oh man.
Right, audio's rolling. Welcome back to episode 5 of the Unprofessional Footballer Podcast. Joined with me today, Patty, is it Lamanna?
Yes.
Lamanna?
Everybody gets it wrong, it's fine.
What do people say? What are some of the weird options you've heard?
Lamanna.
Lamanna?
Yeah, I get some weird ones.
Because with the accent, it's like Lamanna.
Yeah.
Right, so Canadian striker playing for Berkeley's women's team. You guys went unbeaten this year, right?
Yes, correct.
Won the league. Good season. You joined in January?
Yeah, late December.
Late
yeah.
December.
Yeah.
So you got half a season.
Yes.
Scored 7 goals in how many games?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 games. Good record.
Not bad, eh? Not too shabby.
Doing well. And obviously, let's talk numbers since we're going stats. You got 956,000 followers on Instagram as of this morning.
Wow, you got it down to the
133k and 6.2 million likes on TikTok.
Jesus.
So people might say that she is popular.
Wow.
Online.
I think hearing it, it's like different than like
actually seeing.
Yeah.
It's like
wow.
So long. 6.2
yeah,
million.
I can't even imagine what that would look like in front of me. You know, it's quite intimidating, no?
Yeah. Wow. Right. So we're going to jump back to the beginning of your story. Okay. I want to know what it was like growing up in Canada and playing football.
Oh wow. Well, I can say I enjoyed my childhood very much.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very rough childhood, but very good one.
Okay.
When it comes to football, I think I started when I was 3.
Okay, that was one of my questions. When did you actually start taking football?
Yeah, my mom got me into it when I was 3, and I progressed from there. Just I know it sounds cliche, but fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess I just grew into it and got really good at it. And you know, a lot of people kind of made fun of me because I wasn't as good as I wanted to be, and that kind of grew the motivation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but as I got older, the football wasn't as great as I thought I was. Okay. I guess you could say.
So you kind of always felt like you were
a little bit
destined for more, and
not so like I'm better than everybody else, but more like I know I'm physically capable of so much more. Mm-hmm. And I used to play with guys all the time, and it just created this diversion. I felt like there was just something always missing.
I find it funny because in England, girls don't really play sports growing up.
Really?
Whereas you see in America and in Canada, it's quite popular for girls to take up sports and be active growing up.
It might be like the generation of parents that probably were prior athletes.
I think so.
If not, they just want their kids to get out of the house.
Because in England, it's like when you see the girls in the playground that play football or play sports, you just kind of make fun of them.
Yeah.
It's like cruel school culture. It's the girls that are athletes, terrible. It's like, why are you an athlete? You're a girl.
Yeah.
And there's a really weird stereotype that girls shouldn't play sports in England.
For
growing
sure.
up.
I've heard that too.
So it's different in Canada, right?
Very much so. I think the culture's not really there. You know, there's multiple teams you can be a part of, but I don't think it's a professional setting, especially with the staff, the environment. It's not really for me. Maybe it would be for somebody else, because I could never understand the ideology behind a player coming in internationally.
Yeah.
To come to Canada and start the career. I just don't see it being
like a good start.
Yeah, I feel like you would be the 1% if that were to happen, right? For me, it just wasn't it. You know, I did the whole thing. I tried to go to the D1 school.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. Had a lot of complications with my family. So I kind of had to, make do. I took years off. I worked. I traveled to try to find a better option. Nothing just seemed to kind of be sustainable throughout, education wise, made me happy, environment wise, friend wise, some of the things were maybe too religion wise.
Yeah.
And then others were just, this is a party school, there's no way I'm gonna be able to
keep up and actually be motivated.
There's no way. So I ended up just going to a university in Canada, and it was actually really challenging because the main campus had the athletics.
Okay.
I went to a secondary campus that was about an hour south, and what I did was majority of my classes were online, and I'd travel an hour there and an hour back just to be able to make those early practices and those later trainings.
Tough.
Oh, I wanted to be a part of that team so bad. And like, I know it sounds dumb, but I wasn't educated enough in school to know that like you can like change schools and like maybe bring your credits with you and like, cause like I wasn't very school oriented. I was always like football. I didn't care about anything else. So I didn't think I could leave. I was like, I gotta make the best of this. I'm gonna do what it takes to be on this team.
See, when I used the scholarship agency to go to college in America, they tell you all this stuff about, you can transfer, blah, blah, blah. I had such a shit time in my first year at college. I think it was 3 weeks in I handed in my transfer.
Like it's just...
But the agency didn't want to help me.
Of course not.
And I was like, what do you mean? You're my agent. Why are you not wanting to help me? And they were like, no, it's bad practice for us to help you move school if we've set you up with this school. And I was like... But you're my agent. I'm the one that's paid you.
What are you here for?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And like, the schools, they claim like, oh, we want to help our students, this and that's. Like, when I'm asking questions, I'm not getting proper answers.
They don't give you the actual answers and instructions on how to actually move school, which then makes it fucking impossible.
It's quite irritating.
I dropped out after a year and a half because I just...
Honestly, I don't even know how I'm still in it. Obviously, I'm holding on to it because I want to make my parents proud.
Yeah.
It's that immigration thing. The different culture. I didn't go to school, so I want you to go to school.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing. So I'm holding on to that. It's more than just for me now.
I managed to double drop out. I dropped out. I dropped out of high school. Somehow managed to get into college abroad because they take your GCSEs as opposed to the A levels. So then I dropped out of high school, got the scholarship in America, and then did a year and a half of college and dropped out as well.
Wow.
I've just never been into education.
Schools,
Again, like you, always football. I tried to take the least academic subject I could in college, which was art. I'd never done art before in my life.
I'm pretty good at that.
I was
the only thing I actually enjoyed other than all the other stuff.
I was making jewellery. I was taking jewellery classes, ceramics classes, and I just
anything to get by, yeah?
Yeah, literally, because I found a teacher that would give me an A for just turning up.
Wow.
She didn't really care if I did.
I love those ones.
Exactly.
I would be one of those teachers.
I was like, I'm doing every one of your classes. So every semester where the schedule gets released, my consultant would be like, okay, Dan, I've put together this schedule for you. I was like, no, I don't want that. Look, I want this one. Jewellery making, ceramics, textiles, give me all of it. And I was doing all these random fucking classes and got a 4.0 at the end of it in my first year.
Yeah, I'd never see those numbers even if I tried.
I made the fucking Dean's List and was promised that if I got the Dean's List before I went, then I would get a bump in scholarship. Wow. So I was like, okay, I've secured my full ride. Like, I'll be here for at least 3 years. Wow. Don't have to pay. Fuck it, I'll just do it. And then I met the Dean for dinner and I said, oh yeah, so I made your list. Can I get the increase? What increase does that come with? And he said, we don't do that here. And I was like, what? I got a fucking email telling me you guys did. That's the reason I came. I fucking need the money.
Wow.
So he was like, no, he can't help you. And then a Colombian kid I know who was rich walked into the office the next day.
Of course.
And was like, oh, I need more money. They gave him a full ride straight away because South Americans are perceived to be a lower demographic than people from London.
My God.
I got fucked and just dropped out. But
the education system is a shithole.
It's really fucked up, and it has the potential to be so good. Because obviously, when I looked at college in America, I was thinking like bright lights, NCAA, D1.
Of course.
Sold the dream by my agents, and I turn up to this NAIA Lutheran? Yeah,
I think so.
Lutheran church school. There was no alcohol on campus. There was nothing. I turned up. There was 700 people in the town. And I was like, what the fuck is this place? But stupid me, I made the decision to go to the college because the town was called Lindsborg and my last name is Abela-Borg. And I was like,
oh my God, you're like, yay!
I'll be the Fresh Prince of Borg. And I turned up to this college, worst fucking decision ever made.
I love that.
So yeah, that was a bad one. When you were growing up, did you play academy football or were you just kind of grassroots and playing for fun?
No, I was always a part of a team.
Always
Yeah, I can't even remember half the names, but I started at Wexford, played for Hyde Park, played for Unionville, my God, Mississauga, Oakville. I've been all over the world,
Okay.
you know.
Bit of a journeyman.
Some teams folded. There was too many politics, you know. It was very hectic, but I was always tried to be a part of the team for sure.
And when you were playing, did you kind of have in your head that you knew you were going to go pro, or was it more of just
always
I'm a part of the team, I'm not like a standout player?
It never left my mind. Even if I wasn't a standout player, there's so many people that were so much better than me.
Yeah.
But it's not about being the best person on the pitch, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about what you can do for the team, right? So if you can't bring something to the table that applies to everybody else, who are you? I mean, okay, if you're like Messi and you stand out, then hey, throw off your contract like that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're out. Like it's like that.
It's a long game as well. I think kids get it twisted when they're playing
For
football,
sure.
growing up, thinking that they have to go pro as soon as possible.
No.
But it's not. Develop. Take your time. Stay motivated.
Yes.
Become a complete player. And then when you actually are old enough to start taking kind of control of your own career, you're in a much better position to actually go pro, as opposed to the kids that have like been in an academy for their entire life, depending on that team to make them pro, and then they're kind of a very one-dimensional player. Aren't really used to rejection.
For sure, and like they can't take criticism. You know, the whole nine. It's I don't even know.
So high school, how was that?
Oh, really good.
Yeah,
really
enjoyed
good.
High school.
Yes, I was severely bullied in elementary school, and then once I got to high school, it kind of was like the minute I walked through those doors, something changed. Something changed. The hair changed. Okay. The clothes changed. It was just like a whole, like nobody can talk to me a certain way.
Yeah.
You can't look at me a certain way. Like I just felt like an array of confidence.
Okay.
Like it was nuts. The only thing that was tough was obviously the educational part. You know, it became difficult because, you know, you want to go elsewhere to like all these D1 schools. They have high expectations, and you know, at a certain point, I thought I was never going to be able to meet them.
The entry requirements are quite high for D1 schools, aren't they?
Very.
GPA is like a 3 something.
And you got to be able to. You have to take like, you know, like all of these subjects, like it's
subjects, math,
all of them,
English,
all
science, all of them. Yeah. So you did get into college. Where was the college that you went to?
It was about. It was called Wilfrid Laurier University. It was about an hour and a half west of Toronto, where I lived. Yeah.
And you said you had a bit of a tough time at college.
Yes.
Was that mainly just because of the travelling aspect and the demands of being a student athlete, or?
The demands of being a student, for sure. Because, you know, I don't think I was supported enough, and I didn't have a support system, I guess you could say. Everybody can say that they are your support system until they actually are.
Needed, yeah. It's when you need someone to step up, that's when you really find out if people have got your back or not.
And it's tough. I guess there's not a lot of people that I guess understand the whole athlete-student balance life thing, especially when you're an aspiring professional player. Like this is what I want, right? So it's really tough to be around the parties. I don't want to miss out on fun and having to sacrifice time to, you know, make sure I do this assignment and then make sure I go to training, and then it's a
the training piles up. I remember we had 6 a.m. and like 7 p.m.
That's exactly what we did, yeah.
It's too much. And it's like you're always out there, you're lacking sleep.
Yeah.
Every class, it's like, okay, I've got 20 minutes spare, got to go and have a nap because I'm just so dead. And then your teachers get pissed off because you're tired going into class.
Oh, you think you're all that because you play football and you need an extension and this. It's like, I understand maybe you've never been an athlete, but you know, can't you compromise for those that kind of have a lot on their plate? Maybe.
Exactly. Like there needs.
Maybe if I'm not an athlete, what if people are struggling at home mentally, physically, whatever it may be? Like they can't do the assignment right now.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's how I've always kind of decided which teachers are the best and which are just.
And man, there's some good ones.
There's some that really put in time and effort to learn about their students and understand how they actually need to be taught, and then there's the ones that just from the manual.
Yes, it's all by the book.
Every teacher, every student's the same, and it's like, it doesn't work. It's like with coaching.
It doesn't.
Every player's different. You have to coach people. It's man management.
It's tough. It's double-sided because you have to also be a coachable player too, right?
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm not a coachable player. I'm awful, especially once I got qualified as a coach and got all this smoke blown up my ass telling me that I'm this like prodigy coach, really good, like, oh, you're going to go really far in coaching.
Right.
So then it's like, okay, well, I'm this good as a coach, so now I expect my coaches to be this good as a coach.
Right, of course.
And now I'll sit there in a session, and if I don't feel like I respect the session, like what's going on, if they're not explaining things properly or like they're not holding the session to a sense, I just switch off and I'm like, this is shit. And then I start like walking around, and I've had it before. Once I lose trust in like a manager, I'll start walking around to players like, this is shit, isn't it? This is shit. I can do a better job than this.
Anything that's going on right now.
Oh, you should be doing this right now.
It affects the entire environment for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I had to learn to kind of keep my mouth shut a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Trod in, put my foot in my own mouth a few times.
I bet.
In America, it didn't help because the
so.
coach was terrible. He was just this old goalkeeper that used to play for the school and had a couple licenses, like.
It's always the people that are too comfortable in the club, you know? Yeah. The ones that have been there too long.
And he just was not a coach. And me and my friend, who was also qualified, we just sat there like, this is so shit.
Right.
Where are the tactics? And I remember the first day, I lost trust in him because we were talking about how to play out from the back from goal kicks. And he was like, oh yeah, so I want the wing backs to go wide and the centre backs, you stay here. And I remember making a comment, something like, oh, but what about if the centre backs move so the centre mid can come in and drop the ball and get the ball off the goalkeeper? And he was like, no, that's random. That's not actually planned. That just happens randomly. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? I just explained it. It's not random.
Yeah. But
yeah, after that, it was a downward trajectory.
Oh yeah, you guys probably were going at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was not my biggest fan.
Wow.
But yeah, college is weird. It's
very.
You ended up in Malta in late December.
Yes.
How did that move come around?
Oh man. A coach in Toronto was a very good friend of mine, honestly, behind obviously being a coach. She, I think, put out something like maybe she wrote an ad or like she put something out there in terms of like trying to broadcast my name. And this guy from the UK, I guess, connected with her, connected with me. We had a little chat, and we kept in touch through my entire journey prior to Malta. And then the opportunity came up when I was in Spain, and I didn't think twice.
Okay. And what was the journey before Malta?
My God.
So you had finished. How did you end college?
Oh, it's not. I'm still in it.
So it's a pause in education.
No, it never stopped.
You never stopped.
It never stopped. This is gonna shock you. Yeah, I was in my third year.
Okay.
I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was disappointed because I was putting all this work. I came into college a year and a half after tearing my ACL, but I was ready to go.
Yeah.
So, I was hoping for 5 minutes of playing time. For the effort that I was putting in, coming from a different campus. I slept in my car even to make practices. I made meals the day prior to be able, I did the whole shebang, but nobody saw that. They just see this player shows up, they're on time, that's it. It's not like what they did to get here, right? So in my third year, I obviously wasn't satisfied with the football. I just made a very drastic decision. Called up some friends. I have a huge community, as you can see online, which is a blessing. And I messaged some people. I have footballers. I have friends that are traveling all over the world, and they're giving me insight on what to do.
Yeah.
I packed up all my stuff. I called my friend. I said, "Look, I can't stay here." COVID obviously wasn't on my side either.
Oh God, yeah.
My God.
Forget about COVID.
I know. Now that we're kind of easing out of it, it's slowly trying to, we're trying to put it behind us, but it was a damper For us, it was worse in Canada. Canada was about 2 years.
Yeah.
But when I was in it was obviously fresh. But for me, not doing anything, can't go to the gym, can't do this, struggling to like just think.
Yeah,
like
you can't stay on track.
Oh my God, I was just having a hell of a time. So this was during COVID as well. I called my friend. He said, I have this opportunity for you if you want to go. Just go. Just do something. I was like, I didn't even think twice. I just packed my bag, told my mom. She got pissed. Left within a week.
Okay.
I went straight to Brazil.
Okay, Brazil.
Yeah, Rio. Had a training camp there for about a month and a half. It was incredible. But because of COVID, there were no teams looking for any players, especially international players. Had this whole COVID certificate thing. The vaccine, didn't have it. You know what I mean? It was just a shit show for me.
The vaccine's been a fucking pain in my
But I couldn't sit. Like, I could not sit. So once I left, I made it a promise to myself. I'm not coming home.
I'm going somewhere else.
Until, like, I'm satisfied. Like, I got something. I earned something.
Yeah.
I feel content and full-hearted, you know? Like, so what I did, I hopped. I went from Brazil to Peru. Peru, I stayed there for about 2 months as well. Hotel hopping, training with other people. The club was called Sporting Cristal. Met a bunch of girls. It was amazing. There was another girl, I think she tried out the same time as me. They picked her because she was, they wanted someone taller,
okay.
I guess you could say. So they picked her, and then I guess you could say that kind of upset me because I was really looking forward to taking that opportunity, but it wasn't the end for me. So from Peru, I went, called another friend, and I said, look, I don't want to go home. I don't want to get stuck in this 1 month hotel quarantine. Like, can we figure something out? Like, I have the money to survive this. Like, just give me something. He's like, yeah. So I trained in Chicago for a bit with this guy. He was incredibly generous. He didn't make me pay for anything as long as, I kind of helped him with the marketing side.
Yeah.
So that was another blessing. Then within a week of being in Chicago, my really good friend Sarah Parker, who I've actually never met, we were just really good friends on Instagram. She calls me and goes, yeah, there's this team. They want you to play. Da, da, da.
Gone.
Just
Straight
gone.
Yeah.
Gone. It was opportunity after opportunity. Like, it never stopped. It was perfect the way it just kept going. So I played with them for about 2.5 months. It folded. Yeah. So I said, well, everybody had to go home. I didn't want to go home. My friend, another friend of mine who works out of Ottawa, he does his own training, whatever it may be. He moved from Ottawa to Mexico. Trains the Club America girls. Yeah. Incredible team, my God. And the stadium, a dream. Like a dream. It's beautiful. So went there, trained with him. Incredible trainer as well. After that, stayed there for about a month and a half. Went straight to Spain. Played with a very low league. Kind of get my name out there. Yeah. Hopped from that league to the best team in the league.
Okay.
Yeah. And then played with them for about, I'd say 2 or 3 months. And then from there, I went straight to Malta. And now I'm here.
You know what I find funny is it's always that first step of actually dropping everything to start that journey of going to trials and training and just taking it seriously. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Once you're actually on it, it actually becomes quite easy to just, okay, right, fuck it, I'm not going back home. Yeah. I'm already out here. I've got nothing else to lose. Fuck it, I'm going to go to this country and try over there for a bit. And you see the world. It's such a nice way to see the world.
And it humbles you.
You connect with so many different people from different backgrounds, and all it takes is that phone call from a friend like, oh, got something over here, and it's like, yeah, I'll be there, and you drop everything, move there and try it, because at the end of the day, if your goal is to be a professional footballer, why wouldn't you chase every fucking lead that becomes possible? Fucking try, yeah.
And that's what I did. All I ever did was try, and it worked.
So, coming to Malta from all these exotic places to ending up on a bit of a dusty rock. How have you found Malta so far?
Very welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love the scenery. Even people will think it's very outdated. I absolutely
The
love
architecture here, some of it's fantastic.
Yes.
I think I read it's like from the 1700s
Yes.
and sometimes even earlier. I think
It's
there's
incredible.
some places that are even earlier than that.
How long have you been here?
3 years now.
Yeah, like I think there's like a museum. There's a museum here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tell you about everything. It's gorgeous.
All the different forts that they've got are all been turned into museums now, so you can go and look around all the fort, and it tells you all the backstory about
and the war and all the
how it
information. It's
was involved in the
crazy.
war.
You know how the
Very
tower?
cool.
It's crazy how all the towers are still intact.
Yeah,
What's that red tower, by the way? I'm curious because no one's ever told me what it is.
the Red Tower.
Yeah, have you heard about it?
You might know that. What is it?
Yeah, it's just a tower. It's just like a lookout place.
Like I've always heard like there's always like different stories, but no one's ever actually said like I don't know.
It's like the one at next to the Gozo Ferry, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like a little castle kind of thing, like a fort kind of thing.
Have you seen it?
Have I seen it? Have you taken me there?
Because where I used to live in Maliha,
Yeah,
like,
you see it.
you see it right out the
Yeah.
every day. It's like the way the sun hits it. It's bright red. Like you can't miss it,
That's
man.
cool. That's very
Yeah.
It's a fort. They used to see the Gozo Islands as well from there.
Yeah, my friend came over. He's like, yeah, that's what they use, you know, like the with the guns and stuff. What the fuck? How do you know this? You're not even from here. He goes, yeah, but I play Call of Duty.
Oh, you learned it.
Like, yeah.
Wow.
Real educational. Thanks for the educational lesson.
But yeah, it's funny how old-fashioned it is over here.
Very.
It's like moving back in time.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like.
I remember the first time I came over here, I'd come over with my dad, and we just came for... It was to kind of test the waters to see if it would be possible for me to move here. So we just went to go see some estate agents to get a feel for how much the prices are and stuff like that. And we turn up, and my dad's Maltese, so he hadn't been to Malta in about 30 years. And it was my first time coming, even though I was half Maltese. I think I was in the process of sorting out my citizenship. So I was like, okay, let's see how it would be to live here, and maybe I can play football over here. And I remember just getting here, and that first 2 weeks is really nice. And it's like, wow, this is fucking amazing. Yeah. You don't see any of the little kind of things.
Of course, it starts to set in, yeah.
So yeah, I kind of had that first 2 weeks where it was just, everything was like, wow, I could live here, the sea is so nice, the weather's beautiful, and then I came back a couple of months later to actually start putting in the plans to move over here, and been here since. It's a nice place. I prefer it as a holiday destination.
Right.
I do find spending more than 2 months here can get a bit boring.
Fair. I mean, like, yeah, because I feel like there's not a lot to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can do it, like, in a short amount of time.
Exactly.
Like, you do everything in a short amount of time.
If you go too fast to do everything, you then don't really have a lot to do left.
Yes.
And it didn't help that it was obviously as COVID was starting to kick in, so that took away
I can only
a lot
imagine
of the
what it
other
was like
things.
here.
For the most, it started off really well because they'd contained it, so there literally was like no cases and everyone was living as normal.
Of course, you're like on a little island, you know, it's kind of
and
easier to control.
It was the best thing ever because everyone else was going into lockdown, and Malta was like, no, we're moving on, we're fine. So then I was waving my Maltese passport at this point. I was like, take me back. And I had them fly me. They sorted out a repatriation flight from England because the airports were shut. Airports were all shut. I'd flown back and forth about 4 or 5 times during COVID.
Wow.
Because every time one country went into lockdown, the other one was coming out of it, and I just, I'm English, I'm stuck in Malta, fly me back. So they'd fly me back, and then Malta would start to come out. I'd be like, I'm Maltese, I'm stuck in England. And they'd fly me back. So I had quite a nice COVID of just being able to hop country back and forth. But yeah, Malta's a nice place. It's takes a bit of time to adjust to the downtime. There's just not a lot to do in the downtime.
For sure.
Especially coming from a big city as well, like Toronto.
I know.
It's like you always have something to do there. And
Very
then you
much
come
so.
here and it's like there's just no green spaces for athletes like us. It's you want to train, and it's like unless you have a pitch, like you're in a team and you've got a pitch that they'll let you on it whenever you want. Like I've got a good agreement at the moment, but it's only in my 3rd year now that I've managed to get that use of the pitch. It's like before then it's like, okay, where do I train? The gym. That's literally all you can do is the gym.
You can only do so much at the gym.
Yeah, it's tough. So how have you kind of settled in now? You've been here for 3-4 months now?
No, I think it's been about 5.
5 months?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
How are you settling at the moment?
It's been a hectic ride even being here. Moving from apartment to apartment, but I think in my mind it's not good to settle. It's not good to settle. You know what I mean? Like settle, but don't get too comfortable.
That's the key. I've always told footballers that come here from abroad, Malta's not the league you want to get comfortable in. It's a great springboard where you can come, play, get footage, get stats, official league, play at a high level, and then you can use that to then kickstart your career and get on and get out and get to higher paying countries first off, because Malta, the money in Malta's not exactly luxurious compared to some countries. You'd expect the Premier League, it's like, wow, Premier League must have good money.
Of course.
And it just, unless you're in the top kind of 2 or 3 teams.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Exactly how
it's not there. Yeah, it's not there. So let's jump forward to you signing with Berkeley.
Okay.
So you joined mid-season, the team were already top of the league at that point?
Correct.
So what was the kind of environment like when you first turned up? Was it welcoming or?
Very.
Yeah,
very.
Nice team?
I absolutely love the girls, yeah, for sure. They're funny, they're very quirky, they have incredible sense of humor, especially one of them, Gabby. She's always making me laugh. Some of the times she has to, it sucks for me. The only thing I don't like is, like, as you can tell, I'm a very involved person. I make jokes, I got a good personality, very loud. So I like to engage. I've always liked to engage. So it's hard. I can't engage because their jokes are not English jokes. Exactly. They're not English. So it's always like everyone's laughing at the joke, and then I'm like, what'd she say?
Exactly.
And then she'll say it, and then no one's laughing, and then it's just me laughing. It's terrible. It's like a delayed.
Yeah, I've had the translator issues. It's everyone's talking in Maltese and you're like just whispering. You don't want to keep bugging people. It's like,
I know. I feel like I'm such an inconvenience.
It's like, hey,
yo, can you translate?
What's the joke? Tell me the punchline, bro.
And she makes some good freaking jokes, man. And I hate it sometimes. Like the coach will forget to speak in English too, and I'll be like,
"What are we doing?"
And honestly, I don't even need. It's a habit to ask what's going on, when in reality, I was in Peru, I was in Brazil, and there was no translator, okay? It was literally just...
what's going on.
Yes, that's all. And I did so well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's just a habit because I kind of feel like I want to really be a part of this team. And like asking, I feel like just makes it
makes you more
involved.
What
I mean? I don't know.
It's one thing that the longer I've been here, the more lazy I've become about actually getting as involved as I probably should in training. Right. Sometimes I just get to that point where I'm almost tired of asking, and it's just I start to just ghost into the background a little bit, and then I'm like I'm not enjoying training as much as I should be because I'm physically taking myself out by not asking.
Yeah, that's why I always, even if like I don't know. I don't know if the girls find it annoying that I'm always asking, but I'm not gonna stop because it's what I love to do, and to be able to do that, you have to ask questions because I don't want to constantly make the same mistakes. I want to know what's going on, because some drills are incredibly confusing, even if I'm watching them. Yeah. Like they are really intense, and like sometimes I can't keep up unless I ask, like, should I be here? Should I be there? What should I be doing? So. And
then you don't want to come across as stupid, but like, hey, where am I supposed to be?
Honestly,
it's like he's explained it 3 times. It's like, I don't speak the language. Just tell me where I'm supposed to be.
I'm stupid regardless of the fact, so it doesn't even matter.
But yeah, so team top of the league. You kind of cruise through the rest of the season unbeaten. Was there any point where that unbeaten streak kind of was in the balance? Or
I think prior to me coming here, they had a match against MJAR, and they tied 0-0.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly the score, but I think we played them Either we won 1 or 2-0. I can't remember.
On the return fixture.
Yeah.
Okay. So wasn't really any, after you joined, you didn't really feel kind of any pressure as a team that you might lose. It was just kind of business as usual.
Kind of like, you're coming here to help us.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's obviously what I do, and I wanted to be helped as well. Yeah. So I think both sides were kind of met.
Okay. And successful season.
Very.
League championship.
Yes.
You have 2 award nominations.
Yes.
What are they?
Best player.
Best player.
And best 11.
Guys, if you haven't voted yet, go and vote. I don't know if the award ceremony is going to be done by the time this comes out.
I know. It's tomorrow.
Which is a shame.
I know.
I'll have to clip this bit.
Just do it right now.
Just put it out straight away. Hey guys, vote.
Great marketing.
Get those last few votes in.
But yeah, our trophy lift game is this week.
Okay.
You should come.
When is it?
The 11th.
When is the 11th?
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday, what time?
Probably around, I'd say it's not going to be late because they obviously want to take pictures of everybody. So it'll probably be either a day game or like late afternoon. Like,
okay.
I'll have to let you know.
If it's late afternoon or
Probably
day,
better.
I might be able to make it. I've got a 5-a-side game in the evening.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm trying to arrange, but
just to get a picture with you would be dope. Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice because, you know, like everybody here kind of, you know, they have their families that are going to come support them. You know, I don't really have that. It's kind of sad. I don't want to cry. Ew, that's gross.
Hey, this is my podcast host.
You know what I'm saying?
He's taking a picture with me.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, because aside from you being a podcaster, I think you're really dope.
That's what I try to go for, you know.
So it's just, you know, I feel like it's amazing when people like yourself, or like, you know, I have a surf family here now. They support me, you know. So I feel like I'm gonna cry when I see all you guys there because it's big for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really
it's a big achievement.
Because, you know, not having support that you want sucks. You know, so it means a lot.
I mean, let's face it. It's a big achievement.
It is.
Just winning the league alone.
Yeah.
Great fucking way to debut in Maltese football.
I mean, hey, I'm proud to be a part of it. They kind of did the hard part, honestly. Like,
in the first.
They did that, and I was just, you know, I'm honored to be here and be able to celebrate with them.
The thing is, though, with the award nominations you've gotten, it kind of helps you justify that you put in enough work as well to do your part. You've helped out,
and I wouldn't have been able to do that without them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of give and take.
For sure.
On Wednesday, enjoy that moment, soak it in. Get as many photos.
Oh
as
no! It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to like clock in
exactly.
and wait for the trophy to like go around.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
I've always wondered how teams actually choreograph that trophy.
No, it's just a shit show. It's kind of just like, okay,
give me the fucking trophy. I want my photo. And then you got 4 other players waiting there. Like,
honestly, I've never won a trophy with my team,
neither.
so I feel like this is gonna be a big moment for me.
Yeah,
you know
those
what I mean?
trophies, they're always memorable. I want to win a trophy at some point in my career.
I'm very excited.
One of the things I've not ticked off in my career is silverware, so that's something in the future I want to get. We missed out on a promotion final, which would have been a first taste of silverware.
Damn.
So next year, always next year.
I know this is super irrelevant, but I did something really nice for the team.
Yeah.
I think I tried to coordinate the date, but it didn't really work out. So I think she actually might be finished in a couple days. I found this really cool girl on Instagram, randomly, like just scrolling on the search page.
Yeah.
She makes like custom cookies, and her artwork is like phenomenal.
What's the name of the page?
Oh my god, I'll give it to you. You can put it in this. But
I was gonna say I'll throw it up behind.
Insane. Like she is gonna do jersey cookies for every single girl on the team with their last names.
Really?
Yeah, like she started already, and like I wanted to help her, but I was like, I don't know if I have enough time. But it was incredible, and she's gonna do like the emblem of our team for all the coaches.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
You ever met somebody that would pay $400 for cookies?
$400 for cookies. You'd be a Girl Scouts fucking. The Girl Scouts come round. Oh, I'll take $400 worth.
Holy Holy shit.
God, you'd
But
make their entire fucking
I
trip.
really wanted to do something nice for the team.
That's cool.
I thought that was really cool.
If you get the picture of the final, send it to me if I can get it in before the final cut.
They should be done on the 14th or something like
I'll
that.
try and post it up. What's the date at the moment?
Because we have a knockout round at the end of the month.
Okay.
Little knockout round, so I thought I'd maybe either save them to the end of the knockout, but I don't know if they're gonna like, not melt, but
Yeah.
like I don't know if they'll be like, I don't know.
Nice or not, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just give them when I get them.
Exactly, just get
Next
them
training
enjoy
or
it.
whatever, yeah.
So, Ohio. You've just announced that you're moving to Ohio for the off season. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. I'm just gonna be training with them. I'm
Okay.
not playing with them because I would like to continue my
Time
here.
So, yeah.
So
Because you've got an option to extend, right, on your
For sure.
contract. You've got an
For
option
sure.
to extend.
yeah, just looking for that off season, like you said, that
Exactly,
off season thing. Like I just don't want to sit or go home and do nothing. Because no offense to my hometown, but I don't like the football there, so I don't really want to go home and play there. So the U.S. is kind of usually where it's at. Everybody from Canada, they want to go to the U.S.
Well, you
to
get,
play.
especially in the summer, you get all of the college kids then filter out into the leagues, and then the standard really picks
Yes,
up.
of course. If everybody from Canada is coming down, like come on.
Yeah.
And they got better programs. They got more money. They got more demand. They got
Weather's nice.
Oh yeah. Nobody wants to play in negative 30-degree weather. I know I don't.
Fucking Canada gets cold.
Now it does.
Yeah.
It never used to be this bad.
No.
Welcome
It's
to
like
global
fucking-
warming,
It's
sir.
like snowing beyond belief. Because one of my family.
This year was
friends-
probably, I think, one of the worst.
One of my family friends moved from England to Ottawa, and
Ugh.
her kids were growing up through like college soccer, and they were saying that it's just so cold sometimes. It's like unplayable.
No, yes. Like we're shoveling the pitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So how long do you think you're going to be in Ohio for?
I'm hoping like a good month.
Yeah. Just
Month and a half. Yeah.
put in work.
And then just
solid,
come back.
Solid amount of work.
Come back for
a month
pre-season.
and a half.
Yeah. Nothing too serious.
Okay.
That flight's gonna kill me though.
Yeah, it's a long flight.
Coming and going, I'm gonna die.
How long is the flight?
It has connecting flights, so you have that delay between the two. But honestly, I can't even tell you. I would say it's over 10, but less than 17.
Okay. So it just kind of varies depending on where you're
For
actually
sure.
stopping. So the next part that I wanted to talk to you about, being the first female guest on the Unprofessional Footballer Podcast, I figured it would only be right to talk about the differences between men's and women's football. I feel like that'd
I'm
be-
honoured.
So, in general, what would you say kind of the biggest differences are between men's and women's football? You said you grew up playing with the boys when you were younger.
Yes.
What did you kind of learn from playing with the boys that you then took on to playing with the girls?
That's a good question. The level of play, right off the bat. The level, the intensity, the style,
Mm-hmm.
all of that, just kind of like, it's just so much better. You can't even deny it. It's just so much better. Like, and it makes you a better player. As a girl, I am weaker than them, but because of how they play, it causes me to not be weaker. Because it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to play with them, it's either I'm going to get run over or I'm going to run you over. That's how it's going to be.
I remember there was a girls team that I was coaching in America, and I think they were under 12s or under 13s, and they were playing a tournament against some of the boys teams, which were maybe under 11s. So there was like a 1 year gap between the two age groups, but there was my team, which were the girls, and the team that were the boys. And I remember saying to the girls, I was like, girls, you've got to go out there and surprise them with how much like hunger you have to get that ball. If you go out there and start like putting a foot in and kicking.
Yeah,
and
because they're like, oh, girl, this is gonna be an easy game.
exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna kick
And
their
especially
ass.
at that age, you think young kids are like, oh, they're girls, they can't play better.
Yeah, we're gonna beat them.
And I remember these girls came onto the pitch and they were kicking the boys up in the air, fucking sent them flying. It was so funny to watch.
It's the most satisfying feeling.
And they won.
Because we're considered the weaker sex.
Exactly, and they won the entire group because the boys teams just did not know how to handle that level of intensity from the girls.
Bingo.
And when girls want
It
something,
shocks them.
when girls want something, they'll fucking go for it. They'll surprise you, and they are fucking savages. They're savages on the pitch.
Oh, and you know what? I love it because I used to play like men's league. Used to play with my guy friends. Shout out to Our Lady of Fatima. It's the pitch we used to always go to.
Yeah.
But the excuses that were always given to me were the best.
Yeah.
Oh, I let her do it. I let her die. I'm tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Or like,
That's a good point though. It's
so funny.
when you play with the boys, is there that level of kind of ego?
Oh, I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want to hurt her.
Because it's really patronising. Like really patronising to the point where it's like they have to make excuses as to why.
Like, can't you just say that you're shit?
Yeah. Like, come on, bro. They're playing at a better level than you. Just admit it. It doesn't matter.
And these guys are like older, you know? I'm coming in, like, this was when I was like 14, 15. Like, I was starting to do all these tricks and like really getting like good, and like people were just shocked.
It's funny. So, stereotypes. Playing football in the female kind of industry, have you come across kind of stereotyping in your career? Like, have people, let's say, when you're playing, people that are meant to be your support group, have they kind of circled you into different stereotypes or made it difficult for you?
Yes.
Like talking about like
without a doubt, for sure.
How many kind of instances can you remember off the top of your
wow.
head? Like anything that jumps to mind that is like sticks out to you as like a point in time where you were like, you know what, fuck that guy or fuck that person.
Yeah.
That actually gave me that hunger to prove them wrong because they're talking all this shit.
My God, like there's a countless amount of people. I won't name any names, but you know, there's a countless amount of people, and some of those people are family.
Yeah.
They just don't support the whole ideology of trying to be a professional football player. It doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah.
Because I guess, you know, as they say, God gives you the vision, not them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. But there's been several incidences where I'm being told, like, you know, it's an unrealistic goal to be chasing. School is better than football. All this nonsense. And I was there's one incident that kind of made me feel really weird. I was in Spain, and one of these girls like was super nice. Majority of them didn't speak English, but this one girl just was like really nice with me. She always translated, always took the time out of her day to like just tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
That has a special place in my heart for people who do that without me asking them.
Exactly.
My God. Long story short, some of the girls were just like saying how they didn't understand how I wasn't gay.
Okay.
And how I didn't feel comfortable showering with them. And like, I think that was just like one of the biggest things, because like for me it doesn't matter if you're gay, if you're transgender, if you're straight, it doesn't matter to me. I just don't feel comfortable showering. Like I just grew up in a place where, you know, we would play and then you go home and shower. Like we didn't even have change rooms to like sit in. Like you show up to the pitch and you gotta sit on the grass, or you like gotta sit on the bench, and then, you know.
I was going to ask about the kind of female changing room dynamics, because in the men's game it's pretty wild in the changing rooms. Like it's a bit of a free for all. Fucking everyone's running around.
Yeah. Honestly, it obviously depends on the change room. Not all change rooms are the same. You know what I mean? But like for me, I've had obviously different experiences. But this girl, she's like, I don't want to tell you this, but like I feel like I have to tell you because I feel like we're really good friends and I don't want to hurt you and because I think she didn't want me to think that she was a part of what was going on, even though I didn't understand half of the shit that was going on. So even if she didn't tell me, I still wouldn't have known, honestly, because kind of like the coaches leave and then it's like us in the change, right? So it's kind of, who's going to really tell me what's going on, right? I'm always going to be seen as the black sheep, right?
Yeah, it's weird that you mentioned that because even in boys football, I remember there's always, in your changing room, there's always the kid that would shower in his shorts because he's not comfortable bearing all around all the other guys.
Because he's doing that.
There's such a horrible kind of nastiness to it because people would I remember there's one kid that's playing at my current team and I think they said until he showered naked, they wouldn't let him play with the seniors. They were like, you won't graduate from the minors until you embrace the changing room atmosphere of showering naked. And
that's insane.
And they put a lot of pressure on these people to do things that they're not comfortable really doing. It shouldn't be like that.
There were so many moments where I was like I'm the type of person that makes other people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just by my presence. So to think that people are making me feel uncomfortable, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. This is weird.
Because it's also it kind of goes in terms of the levels of hazing you get when you're in college and stuff like that, and it's
too much.
I've myself been some of the instigators in the changing room where you're doing weird shit that you look back at and you think it's quite weird, but at the same time it's like you pass it off as banter or it's funny, but you never really take into consideration. You do that to the wrong person and you really might make them feel really shit. And like me and my friend in college, we used to go around and pee on people in the showers. And obviously, it's just weird. It's like weird guy stuff that 95% of people would think is really funny. But then there's the odd few percent that you think, actually, if you did that to someone, they might take that a really bad way, and then that might scar them a little bit to actually be comfortable in the changing rooms again. And then you're kind of hurting your teammates by doing stuff like that. But it was weird, little things like that. I think they're starting to filter out of the game. You don't see it as much anymore because of the generation that we've hit now, where
I feel like people don't really discuss on what goes on in a change room.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a safe space that
And it was just hectic, some people, they're dating each other and then, maybe fucking each other on the team, and then it becomes a I don't know, a very toxic environment to be in. I'm kind of almost glad that I didn't understand any of them. Because I didn't want to be a part of any of that. I'm here to I have a purpose here. I want to help the team. I want to learn. I want to make mistakes and learn from my mistakes. I want to do the whole thing, but I don't want to be involved with all that. That's just too much for me. And especially, there's a lot of people that probably people told me to go back to my country. Shouldn't be here. Stuff like that. But
that's actually one of the most used phrases in Malta. Is go back to your own country. You see anyone that complains about anything over here, they're just the kind of expected response you're going to get in return is just go back to your own country then. Why do you care?
Yeah, of course.
But it's not like the environment you want to be in. It's you want people to be more accepting and kind of...
As much as you want that, you're never going to find it. Because there's always those odd people out that just have that mentality that doesn't match.
Exactly.
And that's just how it is. You just have to... You kind of got to swallow that and just stick with the people that do.
Yeah. So you mentioned about the dressing room dynamics in women's football, where you can have couples obviously inside the changing rooms. One of the topics I wanted to discuss having you on here is why do you think that in the female game kind of being openly gay is so much more widely accepted and part of the culture as opposed to men's football, where I think at this current point in time there's one openly gay professional footballer in the men's league in Australia.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's a strange number.
That just proves your point. What I just said just proved your... Wow. Women have more support.
I think that's...
Because I feel like there's just so much support, and there's a lot, I don't want to say there's a lot more gay women, but there is. And like, I feel like because of that, it's the idea of coming out is more supported because there's more people to support other people, right?
Have you found it hard kind of growing up playing football with that kind of conception that there's footballers that are women are lesbians? Have you ever had any issues kind of playing and being stereotyped as a...
being stereotyped, yes,
Yeah.
but me having issues with them, no. Oh my God. I love everyone. It doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't have nothing to do with anything. But me, oh yes, I've been told that they think I'm gay and all that stuff. I'm like, it's okay.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't faze me.
No.
But yeah, no, for sure. A lot of people think I'm gay even to this day.
I get the same.
Gay, bi, all that stuff. But
I get the same treatment, not for football, but just in other aspects of my life.
I think it has a big thing to do with like even like I think the personality is overbearing. The clothing is
clothing's
overbearing.
a massive one. I wear some
You
very
know?
flamboyant outfits.
I want to wear a tuxedo, and
Yeah.
people are like, "You like girls?" I'm like, "Not really."
Because that's the number one sign of a lesbian is, oh, you're wearing a suit, you're
I
lesbian.
guess.
It's
Like I
come
hate
on.
that that's the depiction though.
I have a massive thing where I like to break down gender stereotypes of clothing. It's like, I just fucking love pink. I'll wear pink.
Hell yeah!
And
Like
rock that fucking colour.
Yes.
When it comes to like pink and these flamboyant outfits, I like to just push the boundaries. It's like, I know people are looking at me thinking, what the fuck is this cunt wearing? I'm like,
See, but let me tell you something. That's what I fucking strive for.
I love it. I love making head turns.
Yes.
Because the thing is
Yes.
as well, when they accept it as well, they say to you, they go, I really don't understand some of your outfits, but you fucking make it work. And it's like, boom, that's what I was going for. I can fucking pull this off.
It's the best feeling because look, people are gonna talk about you whether you do something good or you do something bad, whether you stick out or you hide.
And mainly when you do something bad, they love talking about
Oh, I know. You can do a million things right, but the minute you do something wrong,
that's it. Now it's cancel culture, right?
Yes.
We want your head on a stick.
Yes.
You're fucking done. Blah 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 blah.
shit. As long as I look good on that stick.
Put me up there. I want the publicity. So, speaking of cancel culture, it's a good segue. Social media. So we said at the beginning in your intro that you have amassed quite a big following online, both platforms, TikTok and Instagram. When abouts did you kind of figure out that you could be successful on these platforms? Was it something that kind of organically grew, or did you kind of put your mind to it and one day say, hey, I'm going to try and push myself a bit more on this platform and see if I can take off?
Oh man, it was very random.
Yeah.
Very random, very organic. I didn't care, honestly. I think everybody else around me cared more. All my friends, like, get on it, get on top of it, do this, that, more, start something, you know, like, don't let it die.
In the modern day, there's that level of clout that comes with having followers now,
I guess,
and likes, and it's like you said, it's your social circle feel elevated just to be associated with you.
It's
If
kind of
you're
weird.
if your
I don't
follower
like that
counts are
because
high, and
now
it becomes, you start to figure out kind of which friends are in it for the image of being around someone that's
Exactly.
considered Insta famous or considered TikTok famous and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's hard to depict who's your friend.
Very hard to actually figure out who's real and fake
course.
anymore because everyone's so focused on upping their own status. They see it as an opportunity for themselves to push themselves.
Yeah, and take whatever they can from you.
It's like, oh, they're booming right now on TikTok. I need to make sure that I'm friends with them so that they shout out all of my stuff, and they're constantly annoying you like, oh, give me a shout out, give me a shout out.
God.
It's like, bro, fuck off. Like, if I'm gonna shout you out, it will be like if you do something cool.
Basically.
If you're my friend, I'll shout you out.
Yeah, like I've supported all my
Yeah.
friends' businesses. I posted so much stuff. Friends that are trying to come out with music, you know what I mean? But like, I respect those who message me and they're like, oh, can I offer you a little bit of money so you can put? I love that. I literally, somebody did that because they wanted their business posted. I said, literally send me $50 for gas and I'll do it. These people be charging like $400 for a fucking story post.
I've seen.
What?
I did actually a course for work on
Like,
the
come on.
monetization of Instagram.
Like, come on.
And I fucking saw how much people are charging. It's like, and you're not even it's like story, but they remove it after 4 hours. Like, people are
Yeah.
paying for that. It's like, Why?
They don't even keep it up for 24 hours.
Fucking crazy.
No, no. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
So on your timeline of football, when did the social media success start? Was it kind of at the start of your football journey, or was it more towards the end, like where you are now?
I would say it's a little bit at the beginning, more kind of central, I guess you could say.
Okay.
14, 15 years old.
Okay, so about 14, 15.
Yeah, I started on Vine.
On Vine?
Yeah,
there's
God.
A fucking platform. I forgot about that. 6 second Vine. Was it 6 seconds?
Yes.
6 second Vine.
And thank you, Jesus. I wasn't that famous. Because I'm not trying to say, like, oh my God, like, I was getting so many followers and views. But the stuff I was doing was not, like, nice stuff. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Like, it was football stuff. There was football stuff. But it was, like, other stupid stuff that, you know, you shouldn't be doing as a footballer. But mind you, I was 14, okay? But we would, like, go into stores and, like, jump in those ball pits and, like, we'd go, like, fuck up the aisles with the shampoos and, like, but we would clean them, but no one would see that.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be known for, like, this person that goes and destructs all these stores.
Because there's always two sides to it, isn't there?
There always is.
People see what you want them to see.
Bingo, and that's what gets the views.
Exactly.
That's what gets the views, that's what gets the money. So it's kind of like, okay, we're going to make this, it's hilarious, because there was one video where we go into a Dollarama, it's like a dollar store.
Yeah.
We go in there, we knock over the entire shampoo aisle, like the entire fucking thing, like me and my friend. So it's like 2, 4, 6, like those, it was like, 1, we're walking to the store, 2, we're like taking everything down, and then the 3rd, it's like the lady screaming at us. Yeah. But then after, it's like, oh, we just did it for a video, like, we're sorry, we're gonna stay here and clean everything.
So how do you actually go and plan that? Was that more like you do it and then apologise and say, hey, we're gonna clean, or is it like
we have to, we don't tell anybody, because then there's the 50-50 chance they're gonna say no.
Yeah.
So we just do it, and then we say, hey, sorry, like, Sometimes we blame it on our friend, because she literally doesn't care. Like, she'll take the blame and be like, my friend's crazy. Like, we're sorry. Like, we'll clean it. Like, don't worry. As soon as we say we'll clean it, they don't care. Yeah. We could literally tear the whole store up if we say,
put it back to how it was.
Yes. So that's how we got by. Okay. We just made so many dumb videos, whatever it may be.
But that's it. Also, like you said, it's how it sells. You need people to think you're this crazy off the chain. They can't see that other side, because then it almost ruins the image of
bingo.
What the fuck are they going to do next? These guys are fucking crazy.
The suspense, right? Oh man, but it was like, I'm grateful of this, because I wasn't as well known then. So like, you can't even find those videos. Thank God, because I don't want them to ruin my reputation now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to look back and then be like, well, you want to be a pro footballer, look at what you were doing in 2014.
And people would do that shit nowadays.
That's why I'm like, I'm so grateful that it built my career, but you cannot find a single video, because Vine died and I wasn't famous. People weren't making YouTube reels of me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm so happy that social media was not around, and I didn't use it as much.
It wasn't as good
when I was growing up. Right. When I was growing up, I was fucking terrible. Like, some of the stuff, obviously, you say when you're younger, or you do when you're younger, it doesn't reflect who you actually are, but you're just young and dumb and making mistakes. And
that's the thing.
Had I have had any of that documented online, Jesus Christ,
can you imagine?
I would be cancelled in every single fucking possible way. It's scary, because now you've got kids nowadays that are growing up in that environment where they are making their mistakes.
The camera is everywhere.
They're making their mistakes in the public eye, to the point where when they've actually got a chance of being successful, the people that don't want to see them have that success will be petty enough to go and fucking dig up a tweet they made in 2011. And it's horrible. It's like, that shouldn't be the case.
No,
it just shouldn't be like that. But with social media, would you say it's benefited your career?
1,000%.
In the football pitch, or on the football pitch?
1,000%. Without it, I feel like I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I had to do that whole journey. I wouldn't be able to market myself.
The networking's a massive part.
Like it's just.
I love the fact that I can connect with footballers around the world, like you
For
said,
sure.
and people are cool. It's like you message them and say, "Hey, I'm passing by. That's fucking Austria," and they're like, "Oh, come and stop by. We'll do a training session."
Literally.
Cool.
It's the most amazing thing, like you said before, to create relationships with people all over the world. It's amazing, my God.
And it's really opened up that kind of scouting network now
Yes.
in football, where before you could play in your own country, otherwise you had to fucking wing it and fly to another country and just hope that you get noticed while you're over there.
Exactly.
Now you can arrange trials, you can arrange training sessions with everyone there to get noticed, and it's easier now, much easier.
Of course.
People don't appreciate.
No, because it can be a toxic thing for sure, but like you gotta try not to get sucked into it.
That was what I was going to ask about next. On your journey on social media, has there ever been a time where you feel like you've gotten too self-involved in social media and kind of trapped down that rabbit hole?
I think trapped is in like maybe like just staying on it too much, but other than that, it's never really been like a.
So you've never been too kind of focused on likes or follows?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, it's never been a thing. I don't care about any of that. Even if I lost everything tomorrow, it would be upsetting, but the clock is still ticking. You know, I got things to do, people to see. You know, like I can't rely on this thing, but it's a blessing and a curse. You know.
Honestly, I think that's the attitude that people need to adopt to be successful.
For sure.
Because you can't care too much about it. The more you care about it, the more you lose sense of what real life actually is.
Reality,
and
everything.
you're just trapped in this virtual, perfect version of yourself.
Which makes no sense.
And the pressure just becomes ridiculous
Yes.
to try and upkeep this image that's impossible
Comparing
to upkeep.
to other people.
And it's, you're showing the best parts of your life. So
Of course.
life is never going to be
This good.
that perfect.
course.
So when you get caught up in that mindset of, oh my God, I need people to think my life is like this, and suddenly you just, it's a dangerous game to
Not
play.
at all.
And you start getting very, very depressed. And it's the one thing that I've always been, like you, quite happy that I've never really cared too much about social media.
Yeah.
For me, I've used it as an advertising.
Like I'm saying, it's there when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I love to post pictures. I'm huge in fashion. Like I love that. Apart from that, like, you know, I post my football stuff and like, you know, my friends and whatnot. But other than that, like, I just don't want it to become
for
a
me,
nightmare.
It's more like a virtual CV for me.
Yeah,
It's like
I like that.
A plug, just a constant plug.
Yeah.
I can't bother to really post pictures of myself doing too much. It's like,
You gotta get the fits going.
I should. You know, my style's very good.
Show your followers you have a different side or something.
It's,
you know?
it's a dishonour to the fashion industry not to show off this fucking style.
Oh man, it's a unique style.
It is unique.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I love. I love people that make their own clothing too, like out of other clothes.
Okay. My next step.
Crazy.
I wanna launch a clothing line. That's my next step.
Yes, you have to.
I want to get 96s printed on some t-shirts, get
Oh,
some
man.
shit going. Ooh, fuck it. I like fashion. But I would need the right people around me to help with it because I don't have that insider knowledge on fashion.
You know what? You don't need the knowledge. YouTube is your best
Just
friend.
fucking, I need to
You
get...
can literally, you Google anything. You'll find out how to do it.
So, final question on social media.
Mm-hmm.
With the amount of followers that you've got and the increased eyes on you online, do you feel more pressure on how you live your day-to-day life?
No.
No?
Not at all.
So you're not worried about people finding out certain things?
Not at all.
Okay, that's good.
Not at all. I wouldn't say that I'm a super open book to like every single person that messages me. Like, you know, there's obviously several hundreds, thousands of people that message me, and I can't get to everybody. And, you know, it's not my priority to get to you. I might chat with someone for a bit, and then it kind of gets lost in the DMs, and then I never talk to them again.
Well, what was it? It took fucking like 3 months for us to end up actually connecting. And that was just because you saw a training video on someone else's Instagram.
Yeah.
He reached out to me and was like, oh, this girl's looking to do some training.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, oh yeah, I know her, just tell her to look in her DMs.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was like, tell her to send me a DM, and then you looked and saw it. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because like I don't, like
Yeah,
I physically don't see it. Like I don't see them. They just keep
But
going.
people take that personally.
No,
It's like, come
I
on,
know.
man. The thing, it's DMs. Girls have enough DMs as it is, and then when you've got that many followers, just in general, your DMs are a myth.
It's just gotten worse over the
Yeah,
years.
you just
Like
can't keep up.
I never thought I was gonna be in the position that I'm in, sitting here doing what I'm doing. Like, so it's amazing, to be honest. It really is.
You've done well. I look at your
Thank
content.
you.
It's good. It's engaging.
Depends on the day you catch me.
I've not checked out your TikTok yet. I'll have to have a bit of a snoop through that.
Might have to delete it.
Yeah. So, next section. We're going to get to know you on a bit more of a personal level.
Uh-oh.
Got some
Now I'm nervous.
quick fire questions for you, and
Whoa.
we'll learn a bit more about you. Nothing too personal. We'll keep it football related.
It's okay.
So, favourite player?
Ronaldinho
Ronaldinho.
and Balotelli.
Has your favourite player changed over the years as you've grown as a footballer? So as you've gotten more involved in the football game, have you appreciated maybe a player that you wouldn't have looked at before and maybe thought, oh,
Conte.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
fucking work. Every
So
inch of grass.
fucking underappreciated, the guy. My God, I look at like half of the runs he's making and he's never getting the ball, but he's creating so much space that like other people are not even they don't even notice.
Favourite team?
Men or women?
Give me both.
Men Juve,
Mm-hmm.
women Barca.
How come different?
Love Juve.
Mm-hmm.
Always been a Juve fan. Women, the Barcelona team, my God, they are just killing it now. They are like almost on the brink of being compared to the men's.
Really?
Oh yes. Oh yes. They have absolutely destroyed their seasons. All of them.
Do you know what I love? The
All
fact
of
that women's football now, the level is growing. You see such a huge improvement on
Like
the level.
being a part of that is just, there's no words to describe it. You know what I mean? Like having to be able to walk through a stadium that's full. I don't know how to describe that.
Because I remember growing up, women's football used to be on the TV here or there. You'd
Once
be
a year.
lucky if you find a game to watch. And I remember watching maybe a few FA Cup games in England.
Mhm.
And you look and you're like, it's just, you don't feel as connected
No,
to it. But
not at
now
all.
it's like you can turn on the TV and
Yes.
it's like fucking
Plastered.
It's great. The
Yeah.
level of players have gone massively up. The technical.
No, but
ability
like they're
of players.
supported. We're not asking for $1 million. We're asking for respect and support. And we understand, like, the game is always gonna have this.
Discrepancy.
Yeah, the diversity is always gonna be there. The level of pay may not actually ever be close to men, but you have to think about the demand. Where's the money coming from to be able to pay these players? Nobody's coming to watch women's football. Nobody's coming and buying women's jerseys. It's like they are, but there's not a huge demand to where like, oh my God, like the computer's blowing up, like we can't process this. Like that's why.
Do you think women's football will ever actually reach that level of spectatorship that they want?
Man, I wish it would, but I don't think so.
Why not?
I wish it would. I just feel like there's not a lot of people that would support the idea of like women's football for some reason, because I've had so much. It's
a shame because I know a lot of men that just don't respect it.
Yeah, of course.
They won't give it a chance.
They're shunned. We get shunned for the idea that we want to play the same sport. Like,
they won't even entertain the idea of watching a game just to see what it's like.
No.
They just no, this is shit. They're weak.
Because
it's slow.
Yeah,
the goalkeepers are shit. It's all terrible. They can't kick the ball very hard. It's like
yeah,
but there's levels to the game. Like if you watch a game now, they might not be able to spray a 60, 70 yard pass.
right.
But the game is so much faster because they have to play shorter and they have to play this more intricate football. And girls have always been better at teamwork anyway.
Exactly.
Fucking, I much prefer coaching girls teams than I do guys teams when you want to get tactics, because girls will listen to you when you tell them to do something and they will actually work together. Whereas you try and coach a guys team, you always get that one cunt that wants to run the entire pitch by himself.
Or he'll just have a couple words back for you.
And it's just like, fucking shut up and do what I want you to do.
It's always that guy that thinks he's the coach, you know?
Exactly.
Those
It's
ones.
me in most teams.
I
I talk shit on this player, it's me on the reverse.
Oh my goodness.
It's the catch-22. So, score a hat-trick or score a game winner. Which would you prefer?
Oh, that's a different kind of question. Say it again.
Would you rather score a hat-trick or a game winner?
Game winner.
Yeah?
Yes. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Do I have to explain myself or can I?
Yeah.
Oh man. The satisfaction is more because it's like 3 goals. It's like too much spotlight. But like the game winner, you're kind of like
it's important.
It's a team.
Yeah. You've got the points. You won. It's the main thing. You've got to win in football. Right. Champions League with Barcelona, or would you rather win the World Cup with which nation would you represent if you were to play internationally? Canada. So would you rather win the World Cup with Canada, or would you rather win the Champions League with Barcelona?
Oh my god, I hate you. You really gotta put me on the spot, man. Nah, Canada.
Yeah?
Yeah.
National pride?
Yeah, for sure. It's a dream to play for the national team. It's always been a difficult road to get on because you kind of either had to have the money or you weren't good enough or whatever it may have been. It would be an honor to play for my country.
Yeah.
Without question.
Do you think you're capable of playing for your country?
For sure. 100%. Yeah.
How long in the timeline do you want that to become a reality? Do you think it's going to take you a few years, or do you think it's something that if you put your mind to it, you can make it happen sooner rather than later?
I can make it happen sooner than later, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, 100%. It would be an incredibly difficult process, but I feel that, you know, like if I get all the things done that I should be doing and focus, hopefully there's an in. They see me, they're interested in me and they want me.
You've taken the right step at the moment. You're in a league that's considered, it's Champions League spots.
Yeah.
You got Champions League next year.
Yeah, so I'm praying that, like that could put me on the map potentially.
And that's it. You just need to
and
get on the map.
break.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be, but my timeline, I'd say the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's your aim.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch this space.
The money's coming in.
They're gonna make a good clip in 3 years' time when you're making your little walkout. Like, ha! You heard it here first.
the first girl on the podcast. Wow, I love that.
So let's find out what type of player you are.
Okay.
A 1-year deal, 250 grand a week,
Oh wow.
or a 5-year deal, 1k a week, but playing for, let's say, Barcelona women's team.
Man, you really trying to dig a hole here with the bar. I shouldn't have told you who my favorite team is because you just.
The
I hate you.
250k contract, you're playing in the back arse of like Qatar. You don't get a nice club, you're in fucking nowhere.
Okay.
Are you a money girl?
You said 1k per week. What is that, like 4 or 5k
about
a month?
4 grand a month, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Or
taking
$1
that.
million.
I'm taking that.
Yeah?
Yes. For my favorite team, I'm taking that.
First person ever to answer it.
I'm
that way.
taking
fucking finally. I said I'd find someone
I'm
to
taking
answer.
that.
Everyone here's fucking money.
It's not even, forget the money. 5k, I'm living. I'm budgeting.
I'm fucking
I am budgeting.
I'm taking the money and I'm going.
Knowing you, yeah. My goodness. No. Yeah. Think about it. It's more than the money, it's the exposure.
Money. I want that mil. $1 million a month. What is it? 12 months, 12 mil at the end of that deal. I'm set for life.
Even if Barca literally just said, come play for us, we can't pay you, but we'll give you a house, we'll give you food, and a pillow, and a blanket.
You going?
I will sleep in the bathroom. I don't care to get paid. I want to play with that team.
It's a good answer. Can't argue.
I want my meal.
I'm fucking taking the money, but it's a good answer. I respect your answer, man. I'm taking the money.
My goodness.
I'll retire a happy man the next year. I don't need to play football
That's true.
again.
That's a good one. Yeah, you would retire really quick.
Oh,
Be like, I'm in for a season and I'm out.
Yeah, fuck it. Go and do whatever else I want to do.
No, for sure.
Right, let's shine a light on some of your teammates and people you've played against.
Okay.
Who is the best teammate you've ever played with?
The best teammate I've ever played with.
On your team.
Oh man. Chelsea Zavic.
Yeah.
Oh man, I trained with this team in London for a bit, and when I tell you this girl, she's definitely an underappreciated player for sure. She, I think, is a midfielder. This girl, she'd never stop running.
Yeah.
There's not a time where she's standing still. She's one of those players where you could put her anywhere and she will dominate. Aggressive, has the vision, tactical, like, my God, I loved her. She made me feel so welcome there. That's not the only reason why I'm saying this, but she is a phenomenal player, for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Best player you've played against?
I didn't really play against her, but I was training with her, and we had to do things against each other.
Yeah.
Diana Matheson. She plays for the national Canadian team.
Okay.
I had the honor and the pleasure of training with her through Auge 180. 180. It's that's the name of his brand. He's a personal trainer as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's incredible. My God.
What's good about her?
Fast. She makes me look like I just started playing. My God. She's just physically capable of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's smaller than me.
Yeah? Yeah. So what is it, like speed is in physical
Yes,
speed
everything.
or speed is in
Both.
speed of thought? Both?
Both.
Dangerous
That's why she's where
Dangerous.
she is. My God.
Right, what's one teammate or person you've played against that you feel like is underrated, that could be playing at a much higher level?
My best friend Hope Windebank
Yeah.
and my other best friend Peyton Williams.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Hope's in Canada, Peyton's in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Where do you reckon their level is? Where could they play?
If they got the opportunity that they deserve, anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. It's always hard to get your finger.
In the door.
Yeah. You know, like it's just it's so hard. But if they had someone to just, you know, hey, I got this opportunity, for sure, 100%. They want it. They want it. That's
Okay.
what a lot of people don't have. They just want,
Yeah.
you know?
That perseverance.
Yes.
That even when
Yes.
times are hard, it's like, fuck it,
Yes.
this is a journey, this is what I'm on. I'll take the
Yes.
downs, I'll take the ups, and...
But there's no guidance, so it becomes really cloudy.
Yeah. Right, should football be mixed?
In what
Boys
sense?
and girls playing together, should it just be one sport?
No.
Why not?
I feel like genetically that would be incredibly challenging.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to play with maybe certain men that are capable of more, it would be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, and maybe some men would say the same. Maybe some women are more inclined than men, and they would just be like, it's not fair. It really just doesn't seem like it would be genetically fair.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
And has social media made football better or worse?
That's a good question.
Obviously, you've got a lot of opportunities from social media, but at the same time, social
I would
media
say
is
better.
a toxic place at times.
Yes, but I would say better.
Yeah.
Better, yes. It's created a lot more platform. It's created a lot more opportunity for those who don't kind of know how to get their foot in the door. Because I've seen a lot of kids start to make Instagrams strictly for football, like posting their stuff, and then it makes it easier for a coach to kind of see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, certain people don't feel intimidated to message like a coach.
Yeah.
Or reach out to somebody. You know, it kind of becomes more of a casual rather than writing an email. Even though, you know, you kind of lose the professionalism, but it becomes incredibly more convenient. And like the stuff that's being posted in terms of like teams playing or whatever it may be, it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there for everyone to see. I guess you could say it maybe. I don't really see it in a toxic way. Do you see it in a toxic way?
Yeah, I think social media is a very toxic place, but I think in terms of opportunities that it creates in sport, it's worth putting up with that toxic side of it in order to, like you said, places like LinkedIn, people get coaching jobs from it, people get footballing opportunities from it. If you look professional in what you do, people will take your profile seriously, and if you message someone and say, hey, just come out of this team, I'm looking to get myself back in, blah blah blah, they'll take a look at you seriously. Facebook, fucking Malta, Facebook runs football over here.
Really?
If you don't have Facebook in the men's game,
you know what, I noticed that. I didn't notice that, but I only use Facebook. Thank God I had it. My God.
I don't use Facebook. I literally have had to start using it specifically because all the coaches do everything through it here. If you don't have Facebook, you can't negotiate your contracts, you can't negotiate like trials, and it's all through Facebook. It's weird. I don't understand that.
That's a bit odd. That's where you lose the professionalism as well.
I find it really lacks that professional depth of emails and stuff and proper business like contacts.
That is odd.
But it's what the industry's become, and fucking like Darwin says, adapt or perish. So if you want to fucking, if you want to play, fucking make a Facebook.
Yeah.
And start fucking messaging people and saying, hey, I want to try, or hey,
right.
down and shit like that. So in terms of that, 100% social media has made it better, more accessible for sure.
Yes, for sure.
So, what do you want to achieve in your career? We're going to start to wind down the podcast now. So, we're going to start to look ahead to the future. What's in the future of Patricia Lamanna?
Oh, well, as I said before, I'd love to play for the national team.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely been a goal since I was young. Another goal. I would love, my first ever goal was to play not nationally, but to play in the country of Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been.
Okay. You're close by?
I know, right? I can smell it.
It's now or never.
I know. So, and just to think I'm going back to the US, like I'm right here. Why am I going back?
Make a little stop.
Yeah, I know. So, my entire family was born there, every single person. Unfortunately, not me or my siblings.
Okay.
I really wish I could speak the language. But I'm very proud to be Italian, so I would love to play for, a really good club in Italy, hopefully high level, but you never know.
Do you know any of the kind of good teams?
Juve is one of them for the women, my God. Roma, Sassuolo, good Lord, I should know more. This is bad, but
where did the
Napoli, I think.
Where did the Maltese girl go? There's the 16-year-old
Sassuolo. Yeah.
That's Sassuolo.
Haley Bugea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're friends online.
Yeah.
I've never actually. Oh, she's incredible. My God, I love watching her. Yeah.
I remember coming across her. I think it was like 2 years ago or a year ago when they were posting some
incredible
highlights. I was just like, who the fuck is this? Who is this?
Incredible.
She was fucking fast.
I know.
Everywhere. 16 years old. I was like,
and she deserves everything that's coming to her, man. I am
so. Got a diamond in the rough here.
Not even. She's just a diamond. Period.
Just diamond.
I'm telling you.
16 years old.
I'm so jealous with the utmost respect for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's insane. I wish I could be in her shoes right now. Like, she doesn't know. I don't know. I don't want to say this because I don't know her, but I feel like she doesn't really understand like the volume right now. Like it's amazing.
Like, you look at, let's say, the men's game in parallel. You've got players like Rooney that did that sort of thing. Generational talent that if you harness it, obviously being young, it's important to go through the full development and not skip the development phase.
No.
If she really harnesses that talent and potential that she's got, she could be some fucking player.
My God, I can't wait to see in the next couple of years what she's gonna do. Maybe she'll move to a different club, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully she does. Get better treatment in a better club. You know what I mean? So
massive. So, what advice would you give to young, aspiring female footballers on how they can make it professional? I've seen this before.
Start your CV right now. Yeah. You have to have proof that you're a player. You have to have, video footage, because that really was my problem. I didn't have that. And I had to physically find a way to prove myself without that.
It took me years to compile video footage of myself because I just wasn't playing for any teams that recorded games. And then back then, it was quite an investment to buy a camera and actually even just having someone to film it. I didn't have parents coming to watch games. I didn't have people watching me that I could ask. So I'm in that position where I'm like, fuck, how do I record this game? And I'm trying to get footage of me playing and I'm doing all these great things and the cameras aren't on. And then when I finally do arrange someone to film, I have the shittest game of my life and I'm like, fuck.
That's exactly how it is. That's exactly, and the people you rely on don't help you. They're like watching the game instead of watching what's supposed to be.
God.
Like, you have one job.
We had a recruit come to college one day, and this was literally one of the first games that I'd been allowed to play all season. I paid him. I said, mate, just film the game for me. They're not filming it, but film the game. Mm-hmm. I'll pay you if you record the game. So he's like, okay, fine.
And wait, you would think paying them would give them,
an incentive to actually film the game. So he's watching the game. He's filming. I score a fucking amazing goal. And I make this third man run from midfield, in behind the defence. The ball comes to me, goalkeeper's coming, rushing out. I stamp on the ball while it's in midair, which causes it to like flip up in the air and bounce on the line into the goal. And I'm thinking, that was a fucking sick goal. It's been recorded. That's the moment I needed. My CV, my highlight reel has got that sensational moment I needed.
I'm now laughing. I'm mad for you because
I fucking watched the game back and I'm seeing it. I'm in frame. I do the pass. I make that third man run and I just see the camera not panning with me. And I suddenly see myself getting closer and closer to the edge of the... I'm like, no. And I see myself, what? Out the scream. And I'm like...
I would fucking...
And then you see at the last second and the ball is already literally going in the goal. And I'm like, fuck, you missed it. And I was like, give me back that money. I fucking snatched the money back off and I was like, fuck you, get out of it. And then I had to play another fucking season with him because he joined, because he was a recruit coming for like an open day. Then he joined the next day. I'd never fucking passed to him again.
After that, fuck yeah, that's like a perfect reason not to pass to him.
Exactly.
I'm mad for you.
But yeah,
I'm sweating.
Like you were saying, fucking get your shit recorded,
yes.
Get it documented.
Yes.
Do it now, because in 5 years' time, when you need to remember what you were doing fucking 5 years ago,
you have proof of it.
It's difficult to find everything. So go and fucking start getting your pencil, paper down, jotting down notes of what you need to get.
Get letters of recommendations from coaches.
Exactly.
There's updated platforms where you can put your statistics in there. You can upload your videos. There's coaches constantly checking these platforms. Yeah, like you just do whatever it takes to just kind of get your name out there, I guess you could say.
And don't let people fucking deter you from doing that, because when you're doing it, people will judge you and be like, what the fuck's this guy doing? That's stupid.
And don't be afraid to jump on opportunities that may not sound like $1 million opportunity.
Just fucking go for
it.
Don't worry about what other people are going to think of you, because when you're successful, they'll think, fuck, I should have done that.
Bingo! Bingo, bango!
So, final question of the podcast. What are you currently doing? Where can people find you? Plug your socials.
Oh, man.
This is your floor now.
My floor.
Your floor.
Well.
Go wild.
Well, people already know my Instagram, but it's that soccer player 7.
That's confident.
Everyone
knows me already.
I hate saying
I've got 900,000 followers. Every single person that watches this podcast already knows who I am. This is my charity work.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that actually sounded really bad. Delete that.
You're a peasant. You should be thanking me.
Kiss my feet. Kiss them. Because they'll be worth a couple mil. So you might as well get it in now, because later you won't be able to. But,
my claim to fame, I kissed that soccer player's feet. Live on camera.
It's actually really cringe though. I hate saying that, because like I made it when I was 13, that name, and like never changed it. And then it's when I started when I started getting like the followers and the whole social media thing started to grow, people started to call me that. Oh my God, you're that soccer player stuff. You know how many times I've heard that? It's the most, like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a little kid in me going, oh my goodness. Like I just
the branding work.
It's It's so cool.
13-year-old me made a good decision.
Like, it's so cringe, but it's so amazing at the same time because now I can't change it.
It's
Can't
catchy
change
as well,
it.
though.
It's amazing. I love it.
Where else can we find you? TikTok, same name?
TikTok, I think it's 2 7s. Yes.
7.
Yes.
Why is number 7 your number?
Oh, that's a good question.
Throw that in just before we end.
And then the other question or the other story I have to tell
You've
you.
got bonus content.
Well, 7 has played, I think, a lot of roles in my life. I was born in 1997. When I tore my ACL, I had 7 stitches in my knee. There's actually a post on Instagram about it. I can't remember all the things now, but my dad played football. He used that number. My brother played football. He used that number. My brother drove a 1967 Mustang.
Okay.
My goodness, that number is just everywhere. Me and my brother are 7 years apart.
Okay.
Like it's
funny how life kind of throws numbers at you sometimes.
Right?
It all becomes like one big equation.
It's
just
weird.
the same revolving
and I
number.
fucking hate math.
But you love 7.
And I like counting money.
7 figures.
Bingo! I don't want to make 6 figures. I want to make 7.
What are you? You're a couple. 50,000 away from 7 figures on Instagram.
Fucked.
That'd be a big moment.
That's fucked.
Joining the big 1 milli.
Yeah.
1 milli club.
That's kind of scary to think about. I don't even know what that would look like. Can you imagine? 1 million people in front of you?
It's more than the population of Malta.
Is it? I don't even know what the population.
Malta's like what, 300k, 500k?
Wow, that's it. You're kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your following is bigger than the entire of Malta.
You can whole London. At least.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Got a whole island following you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right, so guys, this has been the 5th episode of the Unprofessional Footballer Podcast. Patty, pleasure having you here.
Honor.
We'll have all your links in the description so people that don't know who she is already can find her.
Thank you.
I have to say that. Let's face it, everyone knows who she is.
I'll pay you after the podcast.
Exactly. Guys, if you've enjoyed the episode, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who else you want to see on the podcast next. And let me know if you want to see Patty? Patty? Why did I say Patty?
Yeah.
If you want to see Patty come back on the podcast for another episode before she goes off to Ohio.
Yes.
Give a wave.
Ciao.
And welcome back to the Unprofessional Footballer. Behind the scenes, you're getting a little bonus clip because the episode was so good. We had to come back for more.
Of course.
Can't leave the people waiting. So, joining us today, we've got Patricia Lamanna, top striker, Berkeley. We've got Abela-Borg Madison, top striker for Real Madrid ladies team. She scored 50 goals in the last 3 games. It only took her 3 games, 50 goals. This girl is an animal up front. Can't be stopped. Anyone comes near her, fucking bodying them off the ball. Like 15 goals a game.
It's true.
Destroyed the La Liga for women.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. She was there. She seen it.
Exactly, she was there.
Yeah, sorry, I recorded it.
Yeah. She did. She did great footage.
Unfortunately, the footage was corrupt.
It got lost.
We could not put it behind us. Unfortunately, we would love to show you the 50 goals in 3 games.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time. I'll do it again.
But Annabelle is the best friend of Patty. Patty's got a lovely little clip for us that she just had to share with me live on camera.
Oh my goodness.
Take it away.
So, through my journey of football, I made a stop in Peru. And I tried to enjoy some other things that were not football related. So I ended up doing some surfing.
Okay.
And I had a little bit of a rough go, I guess you could say, with that. So it was quite difficult, quite challenging. But I met some really cool people, so I thought.
Okay.
And they asked me to come out for lunch and do some other things. I was like, okay, so I kind of joined them. One of them kind of started to ask some questions to get to know me better, wanted to know, my aspirations in life. And I said, I want to be a professional footballer, I want to travel and do all that all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, wow, like I know this guy that's an agent and he can help you out and, you know, kind of coordinate whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Connected us. The first encounter was like super sketchy. The guy just didn't look, I guess, the part, even though I don't know what that means. Like, he just didn't look the part
off sense.
Something was weird, you know? But I obviously didn't want to judge.
A book by its cover.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of,
yeah.
This could be a big break. You've got to at least
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
hear
he's
it
just,
out.
maybe he just doesn't look the part, but he's got the connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really trying to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Coordinate time with this guy. Like, I really want to get to know what he's going to tell me or whatever it may be. Finally meet up with the group because I just kind of didn't feel safe. Starts chatting about this opportunity, that opportunity. Long story short, he's like, I'd love to help you out. Wow, I'm in awe.
Great.
Right. Sends me a contract that's not in English. Okay. So I have to like get somebody to translate it to me. But I was very careful with who I got to translate it because I didn't want everybody to know about this opportunity. You know, like I'm like in awe. Like I don't want people to find out about this move I'm about to make.
Yeah. What is on the contract?
It's not funny. It's not.
No, it's not. It's not funny. So I got it translated, and long story short, it gives whoever a part of this organization the permission to burn my passport.
What?
So that they can.
It's really not.
I know, but it's because you're here. You're my best friend. I just laughed because you're
I already heard this story. I'm gonna shut up.
To sell your organs.
So you were signing over your organs?
my whole life basically. They sell your eyes and shit to people who need them. Your heart, lungs, intestine.
That was a legally binding contract.
That was it. This man really did his research. He probably went home, was like, let me get a suit and tie, pretend like I'm a fucking football agent, and like convince this girl that I'm a football agent so that we can.
Fucked up.
You look close.
You've never seen anything like that.
Imagine.
I have never seen or heard anything like that before.
Taken for.
And I really almost got fucked.
Yeah.
Canada's
He's
next
like,
top striker fucking has her eyes taken from her and is now blind for the rest of her life. We're running
Takes
around.
her left foot and her right quad.
You see some Frankenstein footballer built out of your
Even
fucking
hear
organ.
It's just.
I knew he was gonna make a joke out of this. I knew he was
That's why it's
gonna do
not
some
funny,
slimy
but it's
shit.
like.
Fucking 5 years later, you see this footballer come onto the scene. It's got your left foot, your hair.
No, because it was knowing me because it's me. I found it fucking hilarious.
How did your friends think that was a good idea? They
I
just
was
were working with him, or were they
No,
talent
because,
scouts?
because they weren't really like my friends. They were kind of like people. Because I went surfing so many times, I kind of like developed like friends. I guess you could say. Like these people, I just knew them all the time because they went at the same times. We kind of coordinated together to surf together. You know what I mean? So then they're like, oh, you want to come out for lunch? You want to come? We'll show you around. So then it just kind of like, oh, they're all involved in this type of.
I would love to see that scouting meeting when they go and report back. Oh yeah, she's got great hair, lovely eyes. Yeah, I think her left foot would probably be a good one to take.
She's a
right
size
foot,
8.
not so much.
My right foot is amazing. What are you talking about?
Size 8.
What are you talking about? Left would be the one that's like.
Yeah, but your right one's the one doing all the kicking. That's the fucked up foot. They don't want that. They want the prime foot. They want the left one that doesn't do anything.
I had to share that with you because it's definitely one of the craziest and the funniest experiences of my football journey because I really thought that he was gonna have a nice opportunity for me.
Yeah.
So guys, read your contracts twice. Get it translated. If you're ever in Peru, don't sign away your organs to random people pretending to be football agents. Always do a background check
Yes.
on who you're about to get into business with.
Correct.
And always read the small print.
All the print.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll take away your eyes and you'll never be able to read small print again. This has been the Unprofessional Footballer Podcast bonus clip. We're out.